Hello everybody, this video is going to be about how I started aquascaping. Now, I'm very new to the hobby, so if I do anything wrong, I will of course take feedback, but if I do well, I'm hoping to start doing more tanks in the future and making content. Before the video starts, I wanted to say that I poured gravel in already, and I went to my local beach and found some driftwood like this piece here. Also, before I started the tank, I drew up a plan of what I wanted to do on this little paper. Here's a little overview of what I wanted. I wanted a nice big piece of spiderwood to act as kind of a tree in the middle, a cave for the shrimp over in the corner, some java fern hopefully. There's another picture of what I would like the tree to look like, some water lettuce as well as that branch right there, just kind of laid over. Next, I got a couple of rocks here and I just kind of cleaned them up so they would be all nice for the tank, and I kind of just threw them in there. I also wanted to cut down this branch as it took up a large portion of it and I didn't need all of it for that, so I cut it to fit better. The thing is that this branch was a bit lopsided and top heavy, so I had to find some way to hold it down, and I did that by orientating rocks around it until I found a way that I liked it. I might change this in the future, but this is how it looks at the moment. In the meantime, why don't I think about what kind of fish I actually want for the tank? There is a plethora of fish. I mean, a lot. So it's going to be hard to figure out which ones I necessarily want the most that work well together. One fish I've been quite set on getting is the honey gourami. I mean, just look at him. He's so cute, man. I went to my local store and I saw they had these, so I most likely will be getting one. But the only problem is I have to find fish that work well with this. Another creature I want is shrimps, specifically neon yellow shrimps. I've seen videos of honey gouramis working well with them, and also, I don't know why there's a trend in yellow creatures. I don't even like the color yellow, but I just think these ones look so beautiful. And this right here is the fish that made me want to have a fish tank. It is the coolie loach, and I just think they're so cute, and they just look like little baby eels. And I finally found somewhere that actually had them, so I'm pretty happy about that. So I went to another fish store, and this time I picked up my first aquatic plants. We're gonna see how well I do with these. So I got what I think is hornwort, and I'm not sure, but it's Anubias, I'm pretty sure. So as you can see, there is water in the tank now. I'm going to go to my local fish store as well to get that checked before I start adding other products to it to make sure that I can get it just right for the fish that I want. I also have a filter coming, so the water may look a little murky in this clip, as well as the bubbles on the glass is just from the sudden water change, and also probably the temperature of it. It's not the hottest right now, but I'm hoping that my heater and filter will come soon too. The next thing I did was make that shrimp cave, and so I broke up a rock. I tried to orientate it as best as I could to make it look like a cave, and next I'm going to put this in the tank, so we'll see how it looks now. After many tries and having to change the entire look of the thing, I don't think I really liked how it looked. It took up a lot of space, and it just looked wrong. I decided to move the rock over there, and the rest of them I put away for later. I still really like the idea of a shrimp cave, but I'm not sure how I'm really going to be able to do it. The next day, I went to look at the fish tank, and I looked at the hornwort, and I saw something on it, and well, of course, I looked at it, I picked it up, and it was a snail. It was a snail. It must have been in there from when I bought the plants from the other tank, and I was so surprised to see this guy, and I've just been watching him all day. My girlfriend named him Snurt, and every time I walk by the tank, I'm just fascinated by him. I'm literally watching him right now while I record this. My filter also came today, which I set up, and I also got the heater on the way as well, so I'm pretty excited about that. But yeah, I set it up, and it definitely is helping the tank out a lot so far, with just getting rid of plant debris and things like that. It's been a couple days, and I got some snails from Petco, which I know isn't the best place to get them, but I figured snails can't be in the worst condition from there. Now, if you're wondering, I hadn't found Snurt in a couple of days now. I'm hoping he hadn't passed away, but if I do see him, I will record him again. And here's me undoing the little rubber band on the thing, and I didn't want to put the Petco water in here, to be honest, so I just put them on this rock and let them sit for a minute, so they'd be okay. And also the brown one, which is a nearite snail, is a little more timid and shy, so he doesn't come out on his own he took a little bit longer to come out, and yeah. These are some clips of them adjusting to their new environment, and they're sped up, so it's just them looking around. Now, the brown snail did take a little while to get used to it, but he eventually started moving, and I was super happy to see him move. So the goldish white one is named Turbo because he's a lot faster and he moves around a lot, and the other one is named Krusty. My girlfriend named both of them because she's cute like that. But yeah, I'm very happy that they are adjusting well. And this is when I discovered Snurt was back, and he probably smelled the food that I had dropped in there, but he looked a little bit bigger, and he also had some algae and things growing on him, and right now he's just eating off the branch. But I guess speak of the devil, I could not find him anywhere the last couple days. Now he's back as soon as the new ones are introduced. So, Snurt actually gave birth to a larger number of babies. I mean, they just started popping up everywhere in the tank. Some of them are getting bigger, some of them were eaten by Krusty, but there's going to be a lot more of them. I also found out they are bladder snails, which are apparently okay to have in the aquarium, but I also don't really want them taking over the entire thing. Now, as you can see here, you might be wondering what's inside this little bag I'm unraveling. Also, yes, this is sped up, so yeah. And it's actually my first shrimp of the aquarium. I got 2 ghost shrimp, and just my luck, they were 2 females, which isn't necessarily bad, but they are both pregnant, which means there's going to be a lot more of them, most likely, if they do successfully give birth. So here's them just entering their environment. As you can see, they cautiously scuttled around and just looked around their new home, picking up any food they can, which today was a maintenance day when I put them in, and so I've been cleaning up as much of the snail waste as I can, but they are also helping me out. This is also some of the only footage I have of them together, because they're very hard to spot, and usually when I do find them, I only see about one alone. Been about a week since the last clip, and as you can see, we've got new plants and new life being integrated. These right here are some glow tetras. I don't really like glowfish, but these ones I thought were appealing with just the orange stripe down the middle. I thought they could complement future fish that I have in mind for the tank, so I decided to go with these. The shrimp are also doing well. As you can see, they've laid their eggs, both of them, and everything was kind of having a little bit of commotion when I put the new plants in, and they were very excited to see what was going on. So here's Turbo and Shrimpette or Marshmallow. I'm not sure which one this is. It looks like Shrimpette to me. But yeah, I forgot to mention their names in the last clip, but it's Shrimp Pat and Marshmallow. And they just kind of observed the tank. And here's Krusty checking out the new fish. So, it's been months later, and the tank is teeming with life. Everywhere you look, there's fish swimming, little bottom feeders, anything you want to see. It's pretty much moving all the time. I had great luck with some plants, and I also had bad luck with others. Specifically, I really like my Ludwigia, which is definitely my favorite plant in the tank. Here's a little before and after picture of my tank. This is the right corner. As you can see, it's not spot on, like, same picture. The newer one's a little bit more zoomed out because it's harder to get the same exact angle, but as you can see, it changed a lot. And I also want to say that originally in this video I had like a little drawing and a plan, and I didn't really go with that. And so I think that I like experimenting a lot more rather than going with a plan. And also I used some of those ideas from that first drawing for my newer tank, which I will show in another video. That's about it for this video. This was not the end of this tank. I will be doing update videos probably in the next month or two on it, once more and more of these plants start to grow out, as well as making a video on this new 10-gallon tank for my beta fish. So if you'd like to see that, make sure you leave a comment. Any feedback is appreciated. And thank you guys for watching. Goodbye.